and my wolf pack, it grew by 1. So where there were two of us in the wolf pack. I was alone first in the pack, and then Doug joined in.
Bark at the moon.
All right, guys, we are back. Promised you guys a preview video. But first, let's introduce the other side of the wolf pack. What's up, Sean?
Mr. Trolley.
Back in the pack, divisional round. Good to be here. Let's get her done.
That's right. You excited? You excited for division matchups this week?
Oh, definitely. This is one of those weekends I wait for all year.
That's right. If only one of our teams will make it, hey?
Oh, that would be wonderful.
All right.
I haven't seen that in a while,
That's
but
true.
we got some good games to look forward to here.
That's true. So, what we're going to do here, we're going to go through the games in ascending order of what, to us, is the most, appealing and exciting game. So, we'll start with the 4th, go all the way up to our most exciting game, the one we can't wait for the most. Then we'll go over our picks. We'll give you an upset pick that you can take to the bank, put our names on it. So, first game, the least interesting to us, the Indianapolis Colts at New England Patriots. So, what do you think about this game, Sean?
Yeah, I mean, for me, this one's the least interesting just because, New England playing at home, a team that we see in the playoffs year in and year out. Indy, a team that, kind of didn't play their greatest football getting into the playoffs, had the wild Colts comeback last week against Kansas City, survived at home. But for me, this one has potential to be kind of a one-sided game. I think New England wins this one going away, and, probably for me, the least interesting.
Yeah, same here. I think, I hear on the radio about how Andrew Luck's performance last week was one of the ages and one of the best, but those people that are saying these things are, failing to mention that Jamal Charles got hurt in the beginning of the game. They lost, Justin Houston went out. They lost both of their starting corners in this game. So, yeah, they were up by 28, but they were basically playing with a JV squad the whole second half. So, I mean, you still have to get it done. Andrew Luck got it done, but it's not like it was full strength versus full strength, and Andrew Luck did that. So, I think it'll be. I mean, it was a good first win for Andrew Luck, and it was a good game to say that you saw. But this is a different animal going up to New England, and we all remember how the Peyton Manning led Colts did against New England in New England. So I don't see it being any different this year.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement. For me, going back to last week's game, like you mentioned, Colts did have that miraculous comeback, but a lot of things had to go their way, including the injuries to Kansas City and a fumble at the goal line that just happens to bounce right to right to Luck, and he runs it in. So,
right off the guy's face mask.
Congratulations on a good win last week for the Colts, but unfortunately, Luck ran out last week.
Yep, and a couple things about that game. If you're wondering, guys, Darius Hayward-Bay has been ruled out. He will not play. And also, Aaron Dobson will not play for the Colts. So, Hayward-Bay for the Colts is out. Aaron Dobson for the Patriots is out. And one funny stat that I looked up today, some media market out there actually went back to every single one of Bill Belichick's press conferences this year, and he smiled 7 times. So that's actually, I think, would probably be a record for Bill Belichick. I don't know if he saw the tape and if he watched it, but smiling 7 times in a year, that's too much for that guy. But to go into the next game that interests us the most would be the Niners at the Panthers. Real quick, it looks like Steve Smith is still hurt, but he is expected to play. And also, Sean Long's boy, Carlos Rogers, is doubtful, but his defensive coordinator has said there's no way he's playing. So they have him listed as doubtful, but he's pretty much out. What do you think about this game, Sean?
Like I said, we've got this listed as our third most exciting game that we're looking forward to, but really, this could turn out to be quite a game. You've got two smash mouth defenses, a lot of great players on the defense. Luke Kuechly for Carolina, what an awesome player, as young as he is in the league. And you've got two exciting quarterbacks, Kaepernick and the Superman there for Carolina.
Yep.
So I think this game could turn out to be the game of the weekend. Right now, we've kind of ranked as our number 3. I think Carolina wins this at home. They've been hot the second half of the year. They've knocked off some good teams, including New England, toward the end of the year. So I'm sticking with Carolina on this one.
I like it. To me, they're both pretty much evenly matched. You got two quarterbacks that are pretty much, you got, obviously Kaepernick's not as big, but they're still both running. They look to run and pass. They both put up a ton of rushing yards. When I go to make my pick, the big thing I'm thinking about is experience at the quarterback position. So Kaepernick's been there. He's done that. This is Cam Newton's first year. Will those sideline crybaby moments come back when shit doesn't go right? That's what I want to see. When adversity hits in the playoffs, is Cam Newton going to revert back to what he was before, or is he going to continue to be the leader that he was at the end of the year? The number 2 game that we're looking at, which might be a surprise to everyone, because if you listen to the media, this is the only game that matters this weekend, would be San Diego at Denver. We both have a lot of info to go for this game, just because, like we said, the media is just beating this one with a dead horse about how important this game is. But I just want to mention Ryan Matthews, running back for the Chargers, did not practice today. He did not practice all week last week, but then practiced on Friday, so he was able to play. But he didn't practice today, which I haven't seen the report, so I don't know if he is playing or not. I would say if he does, it's probably not going to be that much. They got Ronnie Brown to back him up, so it's not like it's a huge loss. Wes Welker will play. He returns from his concussion, so he's ready to suit up. But a couple other stats to go with this game. Peyton Manning in the playoffs is 0-2 against the Chargers. Obviously, both of those times were while he was with the Colts, but nevertheless, he's 0-2 against the Chargers in the playoffs. Phillip Rivers, he's the 4th highest rated quarterback in the NFL in history, and he has yet, out of those 4, the top 3 have all have a ring, a Super Bowl ring, and he obviously doesn't. So at some point you would think that that's going to be coming, or he could be in the same conversation as Dan Marino, one of the best ever that could never win a ring. Another good stat about San Diego, they're the only team this year that has held Denver under 400 yards total offense, and they did it in both games. So Denver had 400 yards total offense in 14 of their 16 games, and 2 Chargers. And last but not least, Peyton Manning. You saw in my last video, I said I don't trust Peyton Manning in the playoffs, and this is why. He is 9-11 in the playoffs. And the worst part about that is he has 8 one-and-done playoff games, where the first game of the playoffs they lost. That is more than double the second worst quarterback in the playoffs when it comes to one-and-done. So he has 8 one-and-done. So that is why, if you wondered why I didn't pick Peyton Manning in the playoffs, right there. That's your stat right there. What do you think about this, Sean?
Well, I like a lot of what you talked about right there. If you're a Denver Bronco fan, you've got a lot to be nervous about. Chargers pose a difficult matchup. Like Kyle said, the only team to hold Denver less than 400 yards twice. They also beat the Broncos at Mile High. The Denver Broncos have a banged-up defense. They're missing quite a few people. Defensive lineman Derek Wolfe and safety Raheem Moore, and of course they don't have Von Miller either. So this defense is pretty decimated, kind of a no-name defense there in Denver. Chargers at times can put up quite a few yards and points. Phillip Rivers has played well down the stretch. So I think if you're a Denver fan, you have to be nervous if you look at this game on paper, but they don't play the game on paper. I'm going to go ahead and say Denver runs away with this in a game that's not even close. Like I said, the stats show that this could be a good game. My gut tells me this is going to be a Denver blowout Mile High.
You may disagree on that one, guys. So the number 1 game we got going here is the Saints at the Seahawks. Both of us, we both said this is the most exciting game. As you know, it's my second favorite team, so for me, My heart says this is the most exciting game, but it also could be, you know, it actually could be the best game of the weekend. We got Seattle. If you're a Seattle fan, you have this to be worried about. 4 of the last #1 seeds in the NFC have all lost in the divisional round. So only 2 out of the last 6 years have made it as a #1 seed. So that's something to be worried about. Percy Harvin is expected to play. Everyone's making such a big deal about it. You know, obviously we must be since I mentioned it, but this is only his 2nd game that he's played all year. So if he plays, like I said, he's expected to play, but I don't see him doing much. The big thing about Russell Wilson, everyone talks about how good he is. Well, he had 120 quarterback rating in the first 12 weeks. And then December hit, and then he started to look like Tony Romo. He went from 120 quarterback rating the first 12 games to 80 in the last 4 with a 49 burger there in one of those games. So be careful about that. Russell Wilson's struggling as of late. And then the other big one is Pierre Thomas is probable in this game. So that's good news for Saints fans. But what do you think about this one, Sean?
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards some of the stuff you're talking about as well. You know, New Orleans with the Seattle this year already got spanked pretty bad. But I think this matchup kind of shapes up a little differently than earlier in the year. You know, Seattle did have that loss to Arizona late in the season.
Yep, finally broke that streak.
New Orleans coming off a big playoff win in Philly, which is also a hostile environment, cold environment, you know, tough place to play. New Orleans goes up there, gets the monkey off their back, gets that first outdoor playoff win. The fact that Drew Brees has seen the Seattle defense kind of got embarrassed the first game, I don't think history's going to repeat itself. I'm going to go shocker upset here. I think Seattle's favored by 8 this game. This is a huge upset, but I'm going with New Orleans to shock the world, shock the 12 fans, and beat Seattle at home, send them packing, 1 and done.
Nice. I like it. And the other thing I want to talk about with these 4 games, is 3 of these 4 are rematches. Obviously 2 of them because they're division matchups between, you know, Chargers and Broncos, and Chargers Broncos is the only one that's the same division, but then you got San Francisco, Carolina's already played, and Saints and Seattle has already played. So that's pretty sweet to see 3 rematches. It's pretty tough to beat the same team twice. New Orleans lost to Seattle the first time, and the Niners lost to Carolina the first time. So we'll see what happens next. But if you could real quick go back over your picks again, Sean.
Okay, I'm going New Orleans for the shocker in Seattle. New England to take care of Indy at home. I'm going Carolina to take care of San Francisco, and Denver to win with going away against San Diego.
All right, that's Sean's picks. My picks, I got the Niners over Carolina. Like I said, I go with the more experienced quarterback. I got New England over Indianapolis. Always got to pick Brady in the playoffs. Unlike Manning, Brady always wins in the playoffs. So going Brady there. The Brady's to beat the Colts in that one. And then I got New Orleans, Seattle. You know, I'll stay with the Wolfpack here. I'll go with New Orleans just because I don't trust Seattle. Everyone knows I'm not a big Seattle fan, but they do play crazy at home, so who knows. And then my upset pick is San Diego over the Peyton Mannings. I'm telling you guys, 1 and dones. It's going to be 9 come Sunday. So that's it for us. Hope you guys enjoy the games. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helps you out. I hope to give you some info before the games start tomorrow. So have a good one. Have fun. Go Lions and
Go Skins.
Go Skins. All right, guys. See you later.